my interview is during the assessment phase, and it has to deal with the family consisting of a mother and her daughter, and the daughter has actually brought the mom in to talk about the mom's alcohol abuse. They both seem to think that it's an issue. However, the mom doesn't see it as big of an issue as the daughter, but she's willing to do whatever she can to make sure that she can get better, and so she won't have any negative effects of what she's doing on her daughter, because her daughter's upset with it. Recently, the mom and her husband have separated about 2 years ago, but the mom doesn't seem to have dealt with that. So we brought them in to discuss this more.
So it's really good to see you all again. I know that last time we all met, we talked about some issues that you saw that you felt needed to be dealt with your mom. And would you go into detail more about how things have been this past week with it?
Yeah, things honestly haven't changed since the last time we met. And I know we didn't go in, I wasn't expecting anything really this past week to change dramatically or anything. But I guess, it's just the problem of her drinking. She doesn't really see it as a problem. She doesn't see, how it affects me. I guess in my opinion, she just thinks what she's doing, is affecting her and not anybody around me. It's not even really just affecting me. It's affecting our other family members as well.
Okay, and do you see that your drinking is a problem?
I mean, I don't see it as a problem necessarily, but I don't like how it's affected my daughter. I don't like that she thinks different of me because I drink now.
Right.
And it's hard. I mean, I love her and I don't want her to feel that way about me.
Okay. You said that you drink now. Is this a new thing, or?
Yeah, I guess 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, it started, my dad left us about 2 years ago, and I guess neither one of us, I think I dealt with it better than she had, just because I kind of had to, because she, once he left us, that's when she started drinking.
The worst.
Right. So, when you said this has kind of been your way of coping with your husband leaving?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would be lonely and I would turn to alcohol. But I didn't think it was affecting everybody else.
Right.
So, I mean.
And how is it affecting you? You said that it's affecting you. What is it doing, her drinking? How does that affect you?
Well, I'm a senior in high school right now. So, one of the things, I want that mother-daughter relationship, before, which it still wasn't perfect when my dad was here because he put a lot of strain on us. It was never, the perfect life. It wasn't, good or anything like that. But, once I thought my dad left, I was like, me and my mom were going to have a better relationship without him in there, and it was just the complete opposite. She turned to drinking, and, it's really embarrassing because at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and, I have friends come over. It's 2 in the afternoon, my mom, and, having to be any day of the week. It doesn't have to be, on the weekend or anything like that. And, it's embarrassing, and, I'm, about to go off to college, and it's scary, because, right now, I am here, in case something happens, she tries to drive, I'm here to not let her, but once I'm going to school, I'm it. I'm the only child she has.
And I hate that I put that much stress on her. Mm-hmm. I understand that I have a problem, but I didn't think it was affecting her like it has.
Right. Well, now that you recognize that, and I know that's going to be hard to deal with, but we'll work through it. If you could wake up tomorrow and drinking was not even be an issue, what would you think your life would look like?
I mean, my daughter would be happy. I think she would be more content, and she wouldn't be as stressed out. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be lonely. I wouldn't be, stressed out too, and just afraid of being alone for the rest of my life, and just, all kinds of issues.
Do you think that maybe you feeling lonely leads to drinking?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay. And then what about you, Emily? If you could wake up tomorrow and your mom no longer drank, what would your life look like?
All the things that I feel we would have that good relationship, and I feel me, I could go off to college without, I mean, it's already, scary enough going off to college for the first time without, but I mean, if she stops drinking, I won't have to worry about her at home. Like, I can go and that'll be one less thing that I have to stress about. And I just think, I mean, health reasons too. I mean, if she keeps drinking like she does, it's not healthy at all. So I would say the perfect life, but it would be, we could finally have that mother-daughter, relationship that I was looking forward to.
Okay, so you say, you worry a lot with the thought of you leaving and your mom still being out drinking.
Yes, definitely.
So before, can you tell me about a time when drinking wasn't an issue for you?
Well, when my husband still lived with us, there were times when we had our struggles and stresses, but all in all, I feel that we were happy as a couple. And I just feel that my child would be happy and more content and would not have all the stress on her. I just feel like our life would be better. We would have a better life.
So before your husband left is when the drinking wasn't really an issue.
It was not an issue. And then when he left, I just lost control.
Okay. And do you feel the same way, Emily, that before your father left that drinking wasn't an issue for your mom?
Yes, I feel like she didn't start drinking like immediately after he left us, but I think once it actually like sunk in, like this is happening, it's just me and my daughter. I think once like reality hit, I feel like that's when she started feeling, depressed and lonely, and like, I mean, she's not even, like, I don't even really feel like why she feels lonely. I mean, because she still has me. I mean, I haven't, left yet or anything, but I definitely feel like it started when my dad left us.
Okay, well, it seems like we've kind of identified several issues here. One that, yes, you're drinking and it seems to be affecting, your daughter, and she seems to be, obviously affected by that. But also that maybe you're still dealing with some issues that are underlying of the problem of your husband leaving. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, he was the love of my life. We got married when I was 16. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he was pretty much it for me. And then him leaving it changed my whole life.
Okay, we're really going to deal with all of these things, and hopefully that, if we can start dealing with the smaller things with that, the drinking can get under control and your relationship with your daughter can be strengthened. But with those things, I do want to point out, it's great that you all are here. That's definitely a strength for you, and that, you do see this as an issue and that it's affecting your daughter and you're willing to fix that, and it's, that you are concerned about your mom. Y'all being close is it's really great, and that's a strength that you all have and we're going to use to help focus on fixing things. So 1 to 10, and 1 being not so much and 10 being the most. How do you feel that alcohol has affected your life?
I would say for me personally, it's probably an 8. Okay, but with my daughter, I feel like it's a 10 because, that's why I'm here today, to help her and to make a change for her.
Right.
So, definitely a 10 on her. This has been a big problem for, a few years now, and I don't want it to be a problem anymore.
And that's great that you have an understanding of how you feel and your daughter feels and that you want to change that. Would you agree with that?
I would. I definitely, her seeing that it, now I feel like she is finally realizing that it is affecting me. And I just think that's I don't think she's ever going to get to that point of realizing how much it is affecting me.
Well, I'm glad that you all can agree that this does have an effect on your life. And I want you to understand that this is a normal thing. Families go through this all the time, and when a spouse leaves a family, that's a huge change, and it kind of flips your world upside down. So for the spouse that's left to deal with the family and take care of their child, for them to turn to something else to help fill that void is completely normal, and you're not the only one that goes through that. So
that makes me feel better too, because it makes me feel like I'm not the only person in the world that chooses alcohol.
Right, and you're not, and it doesn't make you a bad person. So I want you to understand that. You agree it doesn't make your mom a bad person?
No, and I don't think, I feel like it's not, it's normal for, you know, me to have these feelings too. Like, I just, you know, I guess some kids wouldn't care, like, if, you know, they were wild and stuff, but, like, I want my mom. I want her, you know, to be the mom that I, you know, like, everyone pictures.
And I want to be that mom for her. And in my mind, I think I was before, you know, her father left. And I want it to be, you know, I want to start a better relationship.
Yeah, and that's great to see. It really is to know that you both want to work, you know, to better your relationship. So I guess just as far as setting some goals, what are some things you'd be interested in? Like I said, we've got the underlying issues of, you know, we've agreed that it's because part of it is because your husband left, and you feel like that's the reason that you turned to alcohol. And while alcohol is the biggest issue, if we deal with maybe, you know, how you feel about, you know, being by yourself first, then, you know, the other issues can be changed. But how would you feel about possibly coming to more counseling with me and then eventually getting involved into a program to help you with your drinking?
I would think that would be a good idea because you know, when I do counseling here, it makes me feel better. Like the previous work we've done together, it's helped. It really has helped.
Do you think that would be something that your mom would do?
Yeah, I think that taking care of, like, I think her having to, well, I think her dealing with my dad leaving us is gonna, I think it's, like, her being able to deal with that, I think it's gonna be, like, not fix her drinking problem, but I think it's gonna help it, you know, tremendously because she hasn't. And so I think her finally dealing with that will help greatly.
Okay, and I agree. Would you say yes? You believe that would help
Yes,
you?
I think it definitely would.
Okay. Well, thank you all, and we'll set up another meeting time for next week. Will that be okay?
That
Yes,
sounds
it will.
good.
All right.
Thank you.